Introduction: the myth of the admin. When you hear the term virtual assistant, your mind likely conjures a specific image: a remote administrative assistant, a secretary who works from home, performing a series of low-level, low-paid tasks like booking appointments and answering emails. You see it as a digital version of a traditional, dead-end admin job. This is a deeply outdated, disempowering, and completely false myth. It is the myth that keeps talented, organized, and resourceful individuals trapped in low-wage gigs on crowded freelance marketplaces, competing in a race to the bottom. The modern, professional virtual assistant is not an admin. They are a remote business partner. They are not a low-level task taker. They're a high-value operational hub for busy entrepreneurs, executives, and creators. A great VA doesn't just manage a client's calendar. They manage their entire back-end operations. They don't just answer emails. They run the systems that generate revenue. They are not a cost center. They are a profit engine. Welcome to From Zero to Booked Out. This is not a guide to finding low-paid data entry gigs. This is a practical, step-by-step roadmap for building a real, sustainable, and highly profitable home-based business as a professional virtual assistant. We will treat your new career not as a freelance gig, but as an architectural project. First, we will demolish the myth of the admin and install the powerful remote business partner mindset. We will give you the blueprints for choosing a profitable, in-demand niche and for mastering the high-value skills that clients will pay a premium for. Next, we will give you the complete end-to-end system for launching your business, from creating a portfolio, even if you have no clients, to finding, pitching, and onboarding your first high-quality, long-term retainer client. Finally, we will show you how to move beyond being a solo operator and begin to scale your business, transforming your freelance practice into a true agency. It's time to stop thinking like an assistant and start thinking like a CEO. You have the skills. You have a drive. You just need the blueprint. The path begins now. Part 1. The foundation. The architecture of a modern VA business. Case File 01. The architect's mindset. You are not an assistant. You are a remote business partner. Before you learn your first skill or pitch your first client, we must perform the most critical identity shift of your new career. The number one factor that separates the struggling, underpaid VA from the thriving, six-figure VA is their mindset. The amateur thinks of themselves as a hired hand, an assistant. An assistant is reactive. They wait for tasks to be assigned to them. They are a cost on the client's balance sheet. Their value is measured in the hours they work and the tasks they complete. They are easily replaceable. They are a commodity. You are not here to be an assistant. You are here to be a remote business partner. This is a profound and non-negotiable distinction. A remote business partner is proactive. They do not just complete tasks, they own systems. They do not just take orders. They anticipate needs and propose solutions. They are not a cost. They are an investment. Their value is not measured in the hours they work, but in the results they generate for their client's business. They are not a commodity. They are an indispensable strategic asset. This is a shift from being a task taker to being a problem solver. The assistant asks, "What do you want me to do today?" The business partner says, "I've analyzed our social media workflow, and I've architected a new, more efficient system that will save you 5 hours a month. Can I walk you through it?" The assistant says, "Here is the schedule you asked for." The business partner says, "I've handled the schedule. I also noticed you have 3 back-to-back meetings with no breaks, so I took the liberty of adding a 15-minute buffer to prevent burnout." The goal is to become the operational hub, the chief of staff, the integrator who allows your visionary client to focus on their highest value work. You're not just saving them time, you're buying them focus. And focus is the most valuable commodity in the modern economy. As you work through this roadmap, this new identity must be your North Star. You are not a subordinate, you are a partner. This is the mindset that will make you not just a virtual assistant, but the CEO of You Incorporated. Case File 02. The Service Stack Blueprint. Choosing a profitable and in-demand niche. You are a remote business partner. But what kind of business are you a partner in? The amateur VA makes a critical error. They offer a vague, generic list of administrative services to anyone and everyone. They are a generalist. In a crowded market, the generalist is forced to compete on price. They become a low-cost, easily replaceable commodity. The architect does not try to serve everyone. They know that the path to high rates and booked-out status is through specialization. You must choose a specific in-demand niche. You will become the go-to expert, the undisputed best solution for a specific type of client with a specific set of problems. Your niche is your service stack, the curated package of high-value skills you will offer. There are two primary ways to niche down. You can specialize by the client you serve, the who, or by the service you provide, the what. First, niching by who. This means becoming an expert in the operational needs of a single industry. High potential. Who? Niches include creative entrepreneurs like YouTubers and podcasters, real estate agents, e-commerce store owners, and coaches or consultants. Second, niching by what? This means becoming a world-class expert in a single, high-demand technical skill. High potential, what niches include being a podcast launch VA, a Pinterest marketing VA, a YouTube channel manager, or a Kajabi/Teachable VA who specializes in online courses. Your mission is to choose your initial area of specialization. First, use the interest and competence test. Which industry or skill are you most genuinely interested in? Do you have any prior experience? Second, use the market validation test. Go to a platform like Upwork or LinkedIn and search for jobs in your chosen niche. Are businesses actively looking to hire for these skills? Finally, define your service stack. Based on your choice, define your core package of 3 to 5 services. For example, a VA for a creative entrepreneur might offer social media scheduling, podcast show notes, content repurposing, and basic email newsletter management. By choosing a clear niche, you are transforming your business from a generic service into a specific, powerful solution for a profitable problem. You are no longer just an assistant. You are a specialist. Case File 03. The hireable skill set. The core competencies of a 6-figure virtual assistant. You have chosen your niche. You have a general idea of the services you will offer. Now, we must ensure that you have the underlying foundational competencies that are non-negotiable for any high-value remote business partner. These are the meta skills, the operating system that runs underneath your specialized services. Mastering these 4 core competencies is the true key to becoming an indispensable long-term partner. Competency 1. Impeccable digital communication. This is the ability to write clear, concise, professional, and error-free emails and messages. Your communication must be impossible to misunderstand. You must follow the 24-hour rule, responding to all client communications within 24 business hours. And you must be able to adapt your communication tone to match your clients. Competency 2. Proactive project management. This is the ability to take a client's goal, break it down into tasks, and manage the project to completion with minimal handholding. When a client gives you a recurring task, your job is not to just do the task. Your job is to create a system for it, like a checklist or a standard operating procedure document. You should also send your client a brief, proactive weekly update email every Friday. Competency 3. Foundational tech fluency. You do not need to be a technical genius, but you must have a baseline fluency in the modern, cloud-based tools that businesses run on. You must be competent with a project management tool like Asana or Trello, a communication tool like Slack, a cloud storage tool like Google Drive, and a calendar management tool like Google Calendar. Competency 4. Absolute, unbreakable discretion. As a remote business partner, you will often have access to your clients' most sensitive information. You must be a vault. You will use a professional password manager like LastPass or 1Password to securely store all client credentials. You will never, ever discuss one client's business with another. Your reputation for trustworthiness is your most valuable asset. Case File 04. The VA's Toolbox. The essential low-cost software for managing your entire business. You're launching a business. A key part of appearing and being professional is using the right tools for the job. The amateur VA tries to run their entire business from their personal Gmail account and a messy collection of spreadsheets. This is inefficient, unprofessional, and completely unscalable. The architect of a remote business understands that a small, strategic investment in a few key, low-cost software tools can create a powerful and efficient operational stack. This is the lean and mean VA tech stack. Most of these tools have excellent free plans that are more than enough to get you started. First, for project and task management, use Asana or Trello. Both have excellent, full-featured free plans. This is the central brain for all of your client work. You can invite your client as a guest to their project board, which provides them with a 24/7 view of what you are working on. Second, for time tracking and invoicing, use Toggle Track or similar all-in-one like Wave. Even if you're not charging by the hour, you must track your time. This is critical data that helps you understand how long tasks take, which is essential for pricing your packages profitably. These tools also allow you to create clean, professional invoices. Third, for secure password management, use LastPass or 1Password. This is a non-negotiable security requirement. These tools allow a client to securely share a password with you without you ever seeing the actual password. Fourth, for professional communication, use Google Workspace. This costs about $6 a month and is your first, most important investment. It allows you to have a professional email address that uses your own domain name. This is an instant signal of legitimacy. Fifth, for scheduling, use Calendly. The free plan is excellent. This tool eliminates the endless back and forth "when are you free" emails. You send a link to a potential client, and they can book a discovery call with you in a single click. Part 2. The Service Toolkit, Mastering the Core Deliverables. Case File 05. The Inbox Zero Protocol, a system for professional email and calendar management. For most busy entrepreneurs, their email inbox is a source of immense stress. It is a chaotic, overflowing, and reactive environment. Their calendar is a jumbled mess of conflicting appointments. This administrative drag is a massive drain on their time and mental energy. As a remote business partner, one of the most valuable services you can offer is to take over this chaos and replace it with a calm, efficient, and ruthlessly organized system. Your ability to manage a client's email and calendar is not a low-level admin task. It is the high-value act of giving them back their focus. To do this, you will not just check their email. You will install a professional-grade protocol. This is the Inbox Zero blueprint. Inbox Zero is not about having zero messages. It is a system for ensuring that every single email that arrives is processed and that your inbox is a place for new, unprocessed items only, not a messy to-do list. First is the triage session. You will triage the client's inbox twice a day. You're not trying to do the work in the emails. You're just sorting them. For every single email, you will make one of 4 decisions. Delete it, do it if it takes less than 2 minutes, delegate it, or defer by transferring the task to your project management system and then archiving the email. Second is the folder and filter architecture. The goal is to create an automated system that pre-sorts incoming mail. You will work with your client to create a set of folders or labels. Then, you will create filters that automatically move certain types of emails, like newsletters and receipts, out of the inbox and into these folders. The client's inbox is now a high-signal, low-noise environment. Next is the Calendar Fortress blueprint. Your job is not just to book appointments. It is to be the strategic guardian of your client's time. You will use time blocking, creating recurring blocks in their calendar for their most important deep work. You will use the buffer rule, never booking meetings back-to-back and always adding a 15-minute buffer. And you will follow the agenda and goal requirement, ensuring every meeting you schedule includes a clear agenda. By implementing these protocols, you are architecting a calm, focused, and highly productive operating system for your client. Case File 06. The Content Repurposing Machine, turning one piece of client content into 10. Your client is a creative entrepreneur. Their primary business activity is creating high-value pillar content. A pillar piece of content is a single, substantial work, like a 1-hour podcast, a 30-minute YouTube video, or a 2,000-word blog post. The client's biggest pain point is that after they create this brilliant piece of content, they're too exhausted to promote it effectively. It gets published once, and then it is largely forgotten. They are sitting on a gold mine of valuable content, but they have no system for extracting its full value. This is where you become an invaluable asset. You will architect a content repurposing machine. This is the system of taking one single, long-form piece of content and deconstructing it into a dozen different micro-content assets to be distributed across all of their marketing channels. This is one of the highest leverage services a VA can offer. This is the deconstruct and distribute blueprint. Let's assume your client's pillar content is a 20-minute YouTube video. Step 1. The transcription foundation. Your very first step is to get a full, word-for-word transcript of the video using a low-cost, AI-powered transcription service like Audiobook AI. This transcript is now the raw material for all your other assets. Step 2. The deconstruction phase. You will now go through the video and the transcript and identify the most valuable nuggets of content. You're looking for the big idea, the 3 to 5 key takeaways, the 2 or 3 golden quotes, and the 1 or 2 most engaging 60-second juicy clips. Step 3. The distribution phase. You will now use these nuggets to create a full suite of micro-content. The full transcript becomes a blog post. The big idea becomes an email newsletter. The key takeaways become an Instagram carousel post. The golden quotes become beautiful quote graphics. And the juicy clips become short-form videos for TikTok, Reels, and YouTube Shorts. From one single piece of content, you have now systematically created 10. You have multiplied its reach and value by a factor of 10. This is not a low-level admin task. This is a high-level marketing strategy that will make you an indispensable partner. Case File 07. The Social Media Command Center, a playbook for scheduling and community management. Your client, the creative entrepreneur, has a powerful brand and a growing audience, but they're trapped in the social media hamster wheel. They feel a constant pressure to be on 24/7, to be posting new content every day, and to be instantly responding to every single comment and message. This is a massive drain on their creative energy and a major source of burnout. Your role as their remote business partner is to build them a social media command center. This is a system that allows them to maintain a consistent, professional, and engaged social media presence with a minimal amount of their own personal time. You are not their strategist. You are the operational commander who executes the plan. Part 1 is the scheduling system. The goal is to decouple the act of creating content from the act of publishing it. You will use a professional social media scheduling tool like Buffer or Later. You will work with your client to establish one batch day per month where they create all of their pillar content. Then, using the content repurposing machine, you will create all of the micro content for the entire month. You will then log into your scheduling tool and schedule out the entire month's worth of posts in a single session. The client's social media presence now runs on complete autopilot. Part 2 is the community management protocol. The goal is to ensure the client's community feels seen, heard, and valued without the client having to personally respond to every comment. You will be the first line of defense. You will log in once or twice a day to perform a triage on all incoming comments and direct messages. For simple positive comments, you are authorized to like the comment or respond with a thank you. For simple factual questions, you are authorized to respond with the correct information. For complex or personal questions, you will not respond. You will flag these and put them in a single document. You will then present this document to your client once or twice a week. They can then spend one focused 30-minute session, their office hours, to personally respond to these most important comments. You are freeing them from the tyranny of the 24/7 notification cycle. This is a high-value, high-impact service. Case File 08, the Back-End Operations, a guide to simple project management and client onboarding. As your client's business grows, a new kind of chaos begins to emerge. It's the chaos of success. They have new clients signing up and new projects starting, but they have no systems. Important details are being dropped. No one is sure what the status of a project is. The amateur VA watches this chaos unfold. The architect of operations sees their single biggest opportunity to provide immense value. Your job is to be the one who brings order to this chaos. You will build the simple, repeatable systems and processes that will allow the business to scale smoothly and professionally. This is the work that transitions you from an assistant to a true director of operations. First is the project management system. The client's pain point is managing complex projects via email. Your solution is to introduce and set up a centralized project management tool like Asana or Trello. Your superpower will be the creation of project templates. You will work with the client to map out the standard, repeatable steps for their most common type of project. You will then build this process as a template in Asana. Now, every time a new project starts, you can simply duplicate the template. Second is the client onboarding blueprint. The client's pain point is that every time a new client signs up, they have to manually send a series of welcome emails and contracts. Your solution is to architect a seamless, semi-automated onboarding experience. You will create a beautiful, professional welcome packet PDF. You will also create a series of canned responses or templates for the entire onboarding email sequence. You have now standardized the process and are ensuring every new client has a wow first impression. Third is the digital filing cabinet. The client's pain point is that their important documents are a mess. Your solution is to architect a clean, simple, and logical folder structure in their cloud storage. You will create a top-level structure, for example, clients, marketing, operations, and finance. You will be the guardian of this system. By systematically designing and managing these back-end operational systems, you're building the scalable, professional infrastructure that will allow your client's business to grow. Part 3. The Client Engine. From zero to your first retainer. Case File 09. The portfolio of one project. How to create a case study before you have client. You have the skills. You have chosen your niche. You have architected your service stack. You are ready to offer your services to the world. But you are faced with the classic chicken and egg problem of the new freelancer. To get a client, you need a portfolio, but to have a portfolio, you need a client. This is the hurdle where most aspiring VAs get stuck. They wait for someone to give them a chance. The architect does not wait. They build. You will not wait for a client to give you a project to showcase. You will create your own. You will architect a single, powerful portfolio of one, a case study that demonstrates your strategic thinking and your mastery of the very systems you plan to sell. This is the fictional client blueprint. Your mission is to create a comprehensive case study for a fictional client that perfectly matches your ideal client profile. Step 1. Invent your ideal client. You will create a detailed, one-page profile. For a VA targeting creative entrepreneurs, your client might be Sarah, the podcaster. Her pain points are being overwhelmed by promotion, late show notes, and a messy inbox. She feels like a great creator, but a terrible business owner. Step 2. Architect the solution. You will now create a set of deliverables that show exactly how you would solve Sarah's problems. For the content repurposing showcase, you will take one real, publicly available podcast episode from a creator you admire. You will run it through a transcription service. You will then create professional show notes, a 3-slide Instagram carousel, and a 60-second audiogram for social media. For the system showcase, you will create a screenshot of a beautifully organized Asana project template titled Weekly Podcast Production Workflow. Step 3. Write the case study. You will now assemble these deliverables into a compelling one-page case study on your own professional website. The headline could be, Case Study: How to Save a Podcast to 10+ hours per week. You will introduce Sarah and her pain points. You will then showcase the beautiful visual assets you created and explain the systems you designed. Finally, you will state the tangible, projected results, like save 10+ hours of administrative work per week. By architecting this portfolio of one, you have completely solved the chicken and egg problem. You have not just told a potential client what you can do, you have shown them. Case File 10, the Freelance Launchpad, the system for finding and pitching your first high-quality client. You are prepared for launch. You have a clear, specialized service stack and a powerful portfolio of one that serves as undeniable proof of your value. You are now a high-value product ready for the market. The final step is to get that product in front of the right buyers. The amateur VA floods the low-end freelance marketplaces like Fiverr and Upwork. They create a generic profile, set a low hourly rate, and compete against thousands of others in a global race to the bottom. They are a commodity waiting in line to be picked. The architect does not wait in line. They build a direct pipeline to their ideal client. This is the pain point pitching protocol. Step 1. The ideal client prospecting. You will build a small, curated dream list of 10 to 20 potential clients who are a perfect fit for your specialized service stack. You're looking for established creators or small business owners in your niche who are clearly successful but also clearly overwhelmed. You will become a detective. Go to their websites, podcasts, or social media feeds. You're looking for public signals of operational chaos. Are their podcast show notes inconsistent? Is their social media feed filled with pillar content but little micro content? Each of these is a pain point that you can solve. Step 2. The warm connection. You will not send a completely cold email. For 1 to 2 weeks before you pitch, you will engage with your target client's content authentically. Follow them on social media. Leave thoughtful, intelligent comments. Reply to their newsletter with a genuine compliment. The goal is to move from a complete stranger to a familiar face. Step 3. The value-first email pitch. You will now craft a short, powerful, and hyper-personalized email. The subject line should be a quick idea about your podcast workflow. The body has a 3-part structure. First, a personalized connection with a genuine compliment. Second, pain point empathy, where you briefly and respectfully show them that you see their struggle. Third, the solution offer. You're not asking for a job. You are offering a solution, and you're providing proof. You'll say, I specialize in helping busy creators like you. I actually created a brief case study that shows exactly how I would take one of your podcast episodes and turn it into 10 pieces of content. You can see it here, linked to your case study. Finally, offer a low-pressure close. This is a masterful pitch. It is respectful, empathetic, and demonstrates massive value up front. Case File 11. The Discovery Call Script. A playbook for sealing the deal and establishing your value. Your value-first pitch was a success. The potential client was intrigued by your case study and has agreed to the 15-minute discovery call. This is your moment to close the deal. The amateur VA, nervous and feeling the need to prove themselves, goes into this call and immediately starts listing all the tasks they can do. They are presenting themselves as a list of features, a low-cost task doer. The architect knows this call is not about listing tasks. It is about diagnosing pain and prescribing a solution. You are not a task doer. You are a consultant. You will spend the majority of the call listening. This is the consultative discovery call blueprint. Part 1. The frame. This is the first minute. The goal is to take immediate control and set a professional tone. You'll say, thanks so much for making the time. My goal is to learn a bit more about your business and some of the operational bottlenecks you're facing, and then we can see if my services might be a good fit. Does that sound good? Part 2. The diagnosis. This takes the next 8 to 10 minutes. The goal is to get the client to talk about their biggest frustrations. You will guide the conversation with open-ended questions. Ask, what is the single biggest administrative time suck in your business right now? And the magic wand question. If you could wave a magic wand and have any part of your business's back end completely handled for you, what would that be? Part 3. The prescription. This takes the next 3 to 5 minutes. The goal is to present your service package as the perfect solution to the exact pains they just described. You will summarize their pain back to them to show you are listening. Then you will say, this is exactly the problem I solve for my clients. Based on what you've said, I would recommend my content multiplier package. Here's how it works. Part 4. The price and the close. This is the final 2 minutes. You will confidently state your price. You are not selling time. You are selling a monthly partnership. My standard retainer for that content multiplier package is your price per month. Then, define the next step. If you're ready to move forward, my process is simple. I'll send over a short agreement, and once that's signed, we can schedule our onboarding call. This is how you land high-quality, long-term clients who see you as an indispensable investment. Case File 12. The Pricing Protocol. How to package your services and confidently charge by retainer. You've conducted a masterful discovery call. The client is sold on the value you provide. Now comes the moment that makes most new freelancers freeze. You have to state your price. The amateur VA defaults to the single worst pricing model in the service industry, the hourly rate. They say, my rate is $25 an hour. This is a catastrophic strategic error. Charging by the hour is a commodity trap. It punishes you for being efficient. The faster you get, the less you make. It also anchors the client's mindset on your time, which is a cost to be minimized, instead of on the value you create, which is an investment to be maximized. The architect does not sell their time. They sell outcomes. You will not be an hourly employee. You will be a consultant who works on a monthly retainer. A retainer is a flat, recurring monthly fee that a client pays you in exchange for a predefined set of services. This is the packaged retainer blueprint. Step 1. The Service Stack Package. You will not offer a random menu of tasks. You will bundle your services into a cohesive, high-value package based on your niche. For a creative entrepreneur VA, this might be the Content Multiplier Package, which includes content repurposing, social media scheduling, community management, and a monthly report. Step 2. The Value Calculation. This is your internal math. First, estimate the hours the package will take you. For example, 20 hours a month. Second, set your target hourly rate. A professional VA should have a target rate of no less than $40 to $50 an hour. So, 20 hours times $50 an hour equals a $1,000 base retainer. Third, add a value premium. You're not just selling hours, you're selling a system. Add a premium of 20 to 25%. Your final price is now $1,250. Step 3. The three-tiered option. You will present your price using a three-tiered structure to anchor the value high. You'll offer a light tier, your standard tier, and a premium tier with a high-touch service. Finally, the confident delivery. You will present your retainer fees with calm, unapologetic confidence. You are presenting an investment, not a cost. Part 4. The Growth Protocol, from first client to booked out. Case File 13. The Onboarding Blueprint. A wow experience for your new clients. The client has said yes. The contract is signed. The first invoice is paid. This is a moment of celebration, but it is also a moment of immense importance. The first week of your working relationship, the onboarding phase, will set the tone for the entire engagement. The amateur VA starts with a vague, disorganized email. Okay, I'm ready to start. Just send me whatever you need me to do. This immediately creates work and confusion for the client. It is an unprofessional first impression. The architect understands that the onboarding process is their first and best opportunity to demonstrate their value as a proactive, systematic partner. You will not ask the client what to do. You will guide them through a structured, professional, and confidence-inspiring onboarding system. This is the white glove onboarding blueprint. Step 1. The welcome packet. The moment the contract is signed, you will send the client a beautiful, professional welcome packet PDF. It will include a warm welcome letter. It will include a page on how we'll work together, which clearly outlines your business hours, preferred communication method, and turnaround times. It will include a checklist of what I need from you, like login credentials. And it will include a summary of the next steps. Step 2. The kickoff call. This is a structured 60-minute video call to dive deep into the client's business, goals, and brand voice. You are the one who leads this meeting. You will send an agenda beforehand. Step 3. The system setup. In the first week, you will take all the information you've gathered and set up the client inside your tech stack. You will create their project board in Asana, create a shared folder in Google Drive, and securely save their login credentials in your password manager. Step 4. The first win. The goal is to deliver your first tangible piece of work within the first week. You will complete one of the first small, agreed-upon tasks. Then you will send a show your work email that says, just to let you know, the first week of social media content has been scheduled and is ready to go. By executing this professional onboarding process, you have eliminated any potential buyer's remorse and built a foundation of trust. Part 4. The Growth Protocol, from first client to booked out. Case File 13. The Onboarding Blueprint. A wow experience for your new clients. The client has said yes. The contract is signed. The first invoice is paid. This is a moment of celebration, but it is also a moment of immense importance. The first week of your working relationship, the onboarding phase, will set the tone for the entire engagement. The amateur VA starts with a vague email. Okay, I'm ready to start. Just send me whatever you need me to do. This immediately creates work and confusion for the client. It is an unprofessional first impression. The architect understands that the onboarding process is their first and best opportunity to demonstrate their value as a proactive, systematic partner. You will not ask the client what to do. You will guide them. This is the white glove onboarding blueprint. Step 1. The welcome packet. The moment the contract is signed, you will send the client a beautiful, professional welcome packet PDF. It will include a welcome letter, a page on how we'll work together that outlines your business hours and communication methods, a checklist of what I need from you like login credentials, and a summary of the next steps. Step 2. The kickoff call. This is a structured 60-minute video call to dive deep into the client's business, goals, and brand voice. You're the one who leads this meeting. You will send an agenda beforehand. Step 3. The system setup. In the first week, you will take all the information you've gathered and set up the client inside your tech stack. You will create their project board in Asana, create a shared folder in Google Drive, and securely save their login credentials in your password manager. Step 4. The first win. The goal is to deliver your first tangible piece of work within the first week. You will complete one of the first small, agreed-upon tasks. Then you will send a show your work email that says, just to let you know, the first week of social media content has been scheduled and is ready to go. By executing this professional onboarding process, you have eliminated any potential buyer's remorse. You have established yourself as a proactive, organized, and highly professional partner. Case File 14. The Proactive Partner System. How to go from task taker to indispensable asset. You are now successfully integrated into your client's business. You are competently executing your core services. You are delivering on your promises. This is a huge achievement. But to move from being a good VA to being an indispensable six-figure business partner, you must make one final, crucial evolution. You must evolve from a reactive task taker to a proactive strategic partner. A task taker waits for the client to tell them what to do. A strategic partner is constantly thinking, observing, and looking for new opportunities to add value, often before the client has even identified the problem themselves. They are a part of the client's brain. This is the Proactive Partner Blueprint. It is a system of 3 mindsets and habits. 1. The systems analyst mindset. The goal is to constantly look for ways to improve the systems you are managing. Once a month, perform a quick efficiency audit on your workflows. Ask yourself, what is the most repetitive, manual task I am currently doing? Then, present your finding to the client as a proactive proposal to automate or streamline that task. 2. The opportunity spotter mindset. The goal is to act as your client's eyes and ears. Dedicate 30 minutes a week to listening to the market on your client's behalf. Read the comments on their social media posts. What are the recurring questions their audience is asking? Then, bring these opportunities to your client. 3. The second brain mindset. The goal is to become the trusted, external repository for your client's ideas. During every meeting, take meticulous notes. Listen for offhand comments that signal a future need. Did the client say, "Ugh, I really need to update my website's about page"? A week later, you will send a gentle, helpful reminder. By systematically integrating these proactive habits, you will fundamentally transform your client relationship. You're no longer the person who takes tasks off their plate. You are the person who helps them build a better business. Case File 14. The Proactive Partner System. How to go from task taker to indispensable asset. You are now successfully integrated into your client's business. You are competently executing your core services. You are delivering on your promises. This is a huge achievement. But to move from being a good VA to being an indispensable six-figure business partner, you must make one final, crucial evolution. You must evolve from a reactive task taker to a proactive strategic partner. A task taker waits for the client to tell them what to do. A strategic partner is constantly thinking, observing, and looking for new opportunities to add value, often before the client has even identified the problem themselves. They are a part of the client's brain. This is the proactive partner blueprint. It is a system of 3 mindsets and habits. 1. The systems analyst mindset. The goal is to constantly be looking for ways to improve the systems you're managing. Once a month, perform a quick efficiency audit on your own workflows for that client. Ask yourself, what is the most repetitive, manual task I am currently doing? Then, present your finding to the client as a proactive proposal. 2. The opportunity spotter mindset. The goal is to act as your client's eyes and ears, spotting new opportunities. Dedicate 30 minutes a week to listening to the market on your client's behalf. Read the comments on their social media posts. What are the recurring questions their audience is asking? Monitor what their competitors are doing. Then, bring these opportunities to your client. 3. The second brain mindset. The goal is to become the trusted, external repository for your client's ideas and commitments. During every meeting, take meticulous notes. Listen for offhand comments that signal a future need or forgotten idea. Did the client say, I really need to update my websites about page one of these days? A week later, you will send a gentle, helpful reminder. By systematically integrating these proactive habits into your service, you will fundamentally transform your client relationship. You're no longer the person who takes tasks off their plate. You are the person who helps them build a better business. Case File 15. The Art of the Upsell. How to expand your services and increase your retainer. You have a happy, long-term retainer client. You have made yourself an indispensable part of their team. The business is growing, in part because of the excellent operational support you are providing. Now, it is time to grow your own revenue. The amateur VA in this position makes one of 2 mistakes. They either passively wait for the client to offer them a raise, which rarely happens, or they awkwardly ask for more money without a clear justification. The architect does not ask for a raise. They propose an expansion of value. The upsell is the strategic act of identifying a new, high-value problem you can solve for the client and proposing a new, expanded retainer that reflects that new level of service. This is the value expansion blueprint. Step 1. The next bottleneck analysis. You're already solving a set of problems for your client. Your job now is to identify the next logical bottleneck in their business. In your weekly calls, listen for their new frustrations. If you're already managing their content, are they now complaining about their inbox? This is an opportunity to upsell to inbox management. Step 2. The pilot project proposal. You will not immediately try to sell them a new, higher-priced retainer. You will propose a small, one-time, paid pilot project to solve this new problem. This is a low-risk way for the client to try out your new service. You can say, as a one-time project, I could do a full audit of your email workflow. The project fee for that would be $500. This would likely save you 5 to 7 hours per week. Step 3. The retainer upgrade. After you have successfully completed the pilot project and delivered immense value, you will now make the proposal to integrate this new service into your monthly retainer. I'm so glad the new Inbox Zero system is working so well for you. If you'd like me to continue managing that system, we can upgrade you to my full operations package for a new retainer of your new, higher price. This is the professional, value-driven, and non-confrontational way to increase your income. Case File 16. The Scaling Engine. When and how to hire a subcontractor and build an agency. You have achieved the goal. You are booked out. You have a full roster of high-quality, long-term retainer clients. A new, high-quality problem now emerges. A fantastic, ideal client approaches you, but you have no more hours in the day. The amateur freelancer has only two choices: turn down the new client or work themselves into a state of burnout. The architect, the true CEO of You Incorporated, sees a third, more powerful option. This is the moment to evolve. It is the moment to move from being a freelancer who sells their own time to being an agency owner who manages a system that leverages the time of others. This is the subcontractor blueprint. You will not start by hiring a full-time employee. You will take the first, low-risk step into scaling by hiring a subcontractor. A subcontractor is another freelancer who you will hire to help you with the doing of the work while you remain the thinker. Step 1. The systematized first mandate. You can only delegate what has been systematized. You cannot hire someone to manage a chaotic process that exists only in your head. You must have your standard operating procedures, or SOPs, in place. These are the training manual for your new subcontractor. Step 2. The hire for the task, not the role protocol. You will not hire a general VA. You will hire a specialist for your most time-consuming, repeatable task. If your most time-consuming task is audio editing, you will find a freelance audio editor. Step 3. The margin calculation. This is how you make a profit. You are charging your client your high-value retainer fee. For example, $1,250 a month. You will now find a talented subcontractor who you can pay a fair but lower rate, for example, $500 a month, to execute the systematized doing part of that package. The difference is your profit margin. You have now successfully decoupled your time from your income. Step 4. The quality control layer. You are still 100% responsible for the quality of the final product. The subcontractor will deliver their finished work to you, not the client. You are the final quality control layer. Conclusion. You are the CEO of You Incorporated. You began this roadmap with a myth, the myth of the admin, the low-level reactive assistant who is a cog in someone else's machine. You saw the world of freelance work as a stressful, uncertain gig, and you may have believed that a stable, profitable, and empowering career was out of your reach. That myth has now been fully deconstructed and replaced with a powerful, architectural reality. You now know that a successful virtual assistant business is not about being a subordinate. It is about being a partner. It is not about a vague set of skills. It is about a specialized, high-value service stack. You are not an assistant. You are a remote business partner. You have the architectural blueprints for a modern VA business, from the foundational decision of choosing a profitable niche to the tactical execution of building a professional tech stack. You have deconstructed the core, hireable skills that clients are desperate for, from managing a chaotic inbox to architecting a powerful content repurposing machine. Most importantly, you have moved beyond theory. You have the blueprint for building a powerful portfolio project that serves as undeniable proof of your skills. You have a system for finding and pitching high-quality clients, the consultative script for closing the deal, and a value-based protocol for pricing your services with confidence. You do not just have an idea. You have a complete, end-to-end business plan. The path from here is one of execution. It is the work of building your portfolio, pitching your first client, and applying these systems to deliver immense value. Your organizational skills, your reliability, and your proactive, problem-solving mindset are not just soft skills. They're your superpowers. You are no longer a passive participant in someone else's business. You are an architect of operational excellence. You are the founder, the operator, and the visionary. You are the CEO of You Incorporated. Now, go build your empire. Did this roadmap help you? Your journey is just beginning, but your feedback is crucial. If this book provided you with real-world value, the single best way to support this mission is to leave an honest review on Amazon. More by Gardinski. Your roadmap continues. You know how to get booked out. Now, learn to scale your business and add high-value services to your offerings. Book recommendations include From Zero to Writer and From Zero to Profitable.